Welcome in, guys, to another scout report for the upcoming 2023 draft, and today we are scouting wide receiver from Ohio State, Jaxon Smith, Njgba, Jaxon Smith, Njgba, Jaxon Smith, Njgba. He's a wide receiver. In 2021, he had 1,606 yards. Smith is a fantastic route runner, and and then that's going to be great for him in the NFL. And he's good at separating plays, and he has some top end speed, and then he's simply good with his. He's good on his technique with his feet, and then he's good when he's converting. He's good at converting he's good at coverage. Then he has explosive top gear. But sometimes in Ohio State he was moved formations to put motion on the primarily from the onto the slot. That's supposed to grow to missing his from insane, and he enjoys the release of the play. His strengths, like I said before, is a great route runner, so I'll see him in the NFL being a good prospect for whoever he goes to in this draft. He's got great body control. He's great with his when the ball's in his hands. He has great great skills with his hands. Weaknesses, he kind of does lack a bit of explosiveness in some of the plays. Some of the plays that I saw on tape is that his speed as well. I look at his speed, like when he's open sometimes in some plays, like he can get caught up pretty quickly by some centers and some safeties that they can catch him out at that NFL level. That is kind of the speed. Like if you could, like the comparison I'm looking at is that you look at Jamar Chase, and when he has all this wide space, he can make a lot of things happen. When I look at Jaxon Smith on tape, he has a lot of space, but again, sometimes his explosiveness isn't there yet, and that's something he needs to work on, especially at the NFL level. Like again, when he's going against some of these really good safeties and corners and all these other guys, he needs to work on that. He needs to develop. The other thing he needs to needed to win on the outside. The ideal role for him is like a slot receiver, and the scheme is like an 11 personnel heel. That's kind of the best scheme I would put him in the NFL. And where would I put him for this draft? Now, I think he's going to be a top round pick. I know a lot of people online are saying, oh, he's going to be like a number 2, number 3, like he's going to be number 1 wide receiver. I'm not saying he's going to be a number 1 wide receiver, but he's going to definitely go in the first round. And for me, I've gone for the Houston Texans. They have 2 first round picks in this draft a couple of days ago, so they're going to have Bryce Young in the first round, 2nd overall. In the first round, 12th overall, they're going to go for, in my opinion, they're going to go for Jaxon Smith as the first overall, first round pick, 12th overall, and he's going to go to to the Texans. And if I'm the Texans, I'm looking at that roster. Like you have Bryce Young, who has a lot of great talent, a lot of good upside. Then you've got this Jaxon Smith, who again you can work on the explosiveness and stuff like that, and the development. And he needs to work on the development on the outside of the ball. But apart from that, you've got you're getting your roster together. So that's my pick so far. Leave you guys' thoughts in the comments.